So what is going on, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of this new career mode that we are going to be starting. As you can see on screen, here are the results of the straw poll. Barcelona B were the winners, very closely followed by Derby. So we're now going to skip back into this and start the manager career mode with Barcelona B. And as you can see here, we're just going to skip across to Spain, and they do have a pretty reasonable squad, to be honest. Obviously they haven't got anything decent, but they are all under the age of 21, which is brilliant to see. And the only problem is their transfer budget and their weekly wages is just awful. So the first season we're not going to probably be able to sign many players, but I was hoping we can try and build up a very good squad in the up and coming seasons. So hopefully we can get off to a good start. We're going to do this in Euros because obviously I'm in Spain and also Barcelona are a Spanish club. I have got a list of a few players that I would like to sign in. Also Halilovic, which you guys will probably know is Barcelona B's best player. But what I'm going to try and do is try and swap him for another player because I do actually have him in my Portsmouth career mode. I don't really want to be using them twice. So therefore, I think I should try and pick up another player, maybe like Tielemans, but I wouldn't have thought they would accept a straight bid for Tielemans and Halilovic. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to be nationality Spanish, just for a change. So let's just go down to Spain. And our name, what should we be called? Mr. Skittles, because I've got a packet of Skittles in front of me. So we are now going to be called Mr. Skittles. And hopefully Mr. Skittles will be the next big manager in the world. And hopefully we can build up a very good squad at Barcelona B. So here we are, guys. As you can see here from the squad, we're just going to jump straight into the squad report so you can see what they're like. We have Ortiola, Diagne, EA, he looks a decent centre-back. Grimaldo is obviously one of the best players we've got at the club. Samper, Halilovic, obviously the best. We've got Gerard, Adama, Sandro, Joan Roman, Jose Suarez, Rolon, Camara, Campings, Gagafort, Costa, Bito, Bagnac, Dongu. As you can see here, he's got very quick. He's very quick across the ground, so hopefully he can pick up a few goals for us this season. Kavit, Babunski, Patrick, Moha, Campton. So there's a lot of players that I just never ever heard of in my life. And we also have Denis Suarez. So is that actually, he's out on loan? We're going to have to call him back. He's on loan at Sevilla. Shall we recall him? Because he looks a very good player. I think I'm going to have to recall him if he's out. I'm just going to check. First of all, we're going to have a look at our emails. And they want us to reach the round of 32. They think we should look at a striker, which I do think as well. And our league objective is to finish mid-table. So I think that's a decent thing. And I think we can definitely do a lot better than that. We're going to go straight in and offer, try and straight swap Tielemans for Halilovic. That is going to be our first deal, which we're going to try and pull off. I do not think for 1 minute it's going to work, because Tielemans they're probably going to want a lot more money for him. But we're going to try ahead and just a straight swap deal. He's only on 9,000 a week anyway. So let's see if we can find, where is he gone? Okay, so we can't swap Halilovic because he's probably only just joined the club. So that's going to be a real pain in the backside, as we're going to have to try and either sell him or nothing. Or keep him, obviously. So these are the players that I have scouted and the ones that I want to see if I can try and bring into the club. They are Tim Jedvad, Rivaldo Coatzee, Ruben Neves, Lewis Cook, Patrick Roberts, Serge Gnabry, Tielemans, Van de Beek, Bazoa, Dele Alli, Ben Swanson, Jack Grealish, Maximilian Meyer, which probably won't be able to, he'd be too expensive. Then there's Marco Asensio, Zinchenko, Munir, Selke, Embolo, Ezekiel, Puskas, Ibe, Maximum, and that's it. So they're the players that I have looked for, and we have inquired about every single one of them. So we have got some inquiries back for the right back. They said they want 5 million, so that's out the window. Ruben Neves has only recently joined the squad, so maybe we can have a look at loaning him in. Well, no, he's on 15 grand, so we won't be able to loan Ruben Neves in at this moment in time. Lewis Cook's only just recently joined the club. He's only on 2 grand, so maybe we can offer him a full season loan, see if we can try and lure him in to have backup centre defensive mids. Serge Gnabry, they want 4.1 million for Serge Gnabry. We'll offer you 500 grand, and that's it. 500 grand, and see if we can lure him away from Arsenal. And Ali, they want 1.6 million. So they still want 1.6 million for a player that's not even anything that decent. We'll try and offer a straight 200 grand deal. If not, we'll have to try and include a player as well with that one. And they're saying we need to look for a striker, so we'll have to wait back and see if some more inquiries come back to us very soon. So we've got a load of more emails come back. Coatzee, the centre-back, they want 2.2 million, so that's not too bad for the centre-back. We're going to try and offer maybe 300 grand plus a centre-back that we do have that we're not really planning on using. We'll have to see if there's any through the list here that we maybe want to get rid of. This guy here, Joanne Campings, maybe we can try and get rid of him and try and lure in Coatzee. Patrick Roberts has only recently joined the club, so we won't be able to get him. Van der Beek, they want 3.1 million, so I don't see why they want so much money for these players. They're not even like that good. Like, how come I picked up Mbai Niang for 2 million, and these players, they're wanting like 6 million? This is just ridiculous prices. Ben Swanson's just joined the club. Jack Grealish, we would consider a bid in the region of 0. Okay, let's just offer a bid of 0. And let's see if that will... That's a bit weird. That's never happened to me before. Zinchenko, I want 2 million for him. So once again, a little bit too expensive, but 400 grand. I think pretty much nearly all the offers are going to come back and say, are you stupid or what, basically. I want 7 million for Selke. And the rest, we just have to wait and see. So we're not getting very far with our transfer offers so far. As we're going to advance a little bit further now, the transfer offer was accepted from Anderlecht because they believe the sum is too low and they believe they want a better player, basically. So they didn't want to accept 1 million for Tielemans. So maybe if we offer 450 plus Samper, who's a player that is probably one of my best rated players, see if that will convince them, but I just know it's not going to work. They're never going to accept it. Munir, he's recently joined Barcelona, because he's only just recently left the B team, isn't he? Only recently joined Basel, only recently joined, so maybe we'll have to try and loan in players like Imbolo. Maybe if we can try and convince them to let players go and try and sign them on a full deal later on in the season, or maybe even next season when we have a little bit more money. They want 30,000 wages. That's a little bit much for a player of his quality, isn't it? So we have to try and rethink a lot of things here. Serge Gnabry, we can't accept because the thing is worth more than that. I offered 500 grand, I think. So maybe if I try and offer that plus... There's Adama, who's a player he's okay, he's very quick, but his shooting stats are awful. Leeds have accepted the transfer or the bid for Lewis Cook on loan. Maybe we'll have a think about that one. George Puskás, he's only recently joined Inter. George Ibe, 4.3 million, and St. Maximin 2.5. So these are mega money, and we just haven't got the money to start shifting out that much money on players unless we're going to spend that 1.7 million on just this one player that maybe there is one player that we might want. I'm not sure. Zinchenko's too valuable to them, so maybe he must be a good player then if he's too valuable to them. Maybe we'll try and offer 750 for the centre attacking mid, who looks pretty decent, 17 years old, and he's a cam. And the transfer offer was accepted for Jack Grealish of 0. So maybe we'll just try and offer him. And what a good deal this would be if we could get Jack Grealish in for nothing, for 0. That would be a fantastic deal if we could. Van der Beek, they say they don't want to accept because it's too low a bid for him. So let's up it to 500 grand or 500,000 plus a random player that we'll have in the middle. Let's see if we can find anyone. this guy here, Babunska. Maybe we'll try and get rid of him and bring in Van der Beek. That might try and lure him in. Feyenoord, they won't accept either. So we're not getting very far with any of our bids so far. Maybe we'll have to try and see if we can get anything soon. Imbolo could actually join us on loan if we want him to. MK Dons, because they believe he's worth more than that. But Ali is a good player and I would like to bring him into the club. So therefore, I'm going to try and offload a centre midfielder, which this guy here, Paul Cavett, plus 200 grand for Dele Ali, because he's 18 years old. He looks pretty decent. He's now a Tottenham man and he has got potential to be special. Chilemans, we just have to get rid of. I'm afraid we won't be able to get him into the club, as I think he's going to be a little bit too much expensive. Transfer for Nabry, once again, they won't accept. What about if we offer straight 1 million plus Adama? But they want 4.1, so they want a hell of a lot of money for a player that's not really worth it, or not worth that much money when I haven't really got it. International management offer, Saint Etienne, we're not going to be getting him, and Van der Beek, we probably won't be getting him either. So we're hoping we can try and bring Grealish in, as he might be our first player. But as you can see here, he actually declines. He wants a bigger role at the club, which is fair enough. He can have an important first-team player if he does join the club. I'm not going to promise him anything because I don't think he's going to be the world star at the club, but he'll still be pretty decent. Ali, they still won't accept that, so maybe 400 grand plus, because they weren't interested in that player there. Plus Roland, who's a random right winger. But we have got a decent squad, considering they are in the second division. But I still believe we can put a better squad together and hopefully try and push for promotion this season and try and get into the BBVA next season. Jack Grealish once again wants a bigger squad role, which I will have to give to him, as he wants a crucial first team squad role, obviously, as he's 18 years old and he wants first team football. Ali, we're going to have to go ahead and it's just a full season loan. He's only going to cost 1,000 on the wage budget, so he's not going to cost much. You have to try and loan him in, and it looks like a lot of the players will have to loan in and not buy them, and maybe next season we'll buy them gradually instead of buying them all now. Jack Grealish says he loves living there, so we're going to have to offer him a few 2,000 more wages and a crucial first team player. If he doesn't accept that, I'm not sure if I'm going to go much higher, even though I do really like Jack Grealish. I'm not really sure. They say they don't want to accept for Ali because it wasn't a big enough deal, and that MK Dons didn't want to accept it. But in actual fact, I don't know why, but Jack Grealish has accepted his contract and he is the first player joining Barcelona B, and it's a very, very good signing for us as well, which I'm very pleased to see. We're also going to try ahead and buy Elianusi, because he's a 5-star skiller and I think he's pretty decent as well. Could hopefully play well on the right wing and hopefully bring out a lot of chances for us to try and go forward in attack and score many goals is what we're wanting to do this season. So we're going to go ahead and search for him and inquire about him. So we have got our first friendly of the season so far. Obviously we're going to sim it. This is the squad we're going to be rocking. Apart from, we're going to change a few players out now. The centre back, we're going to have Bagnac and EA. The goalkeeper I want to play mainly is on Doha. Grealish is in 66 rate. He looks pretty decent, so probably going to be playing Grealish from the start as well, instead of Babunska. The other goalkeeper can come on the bench, or Chola. And pretty much that's probably going to be it for what we've got at the moment, apart from Patrick's probably better there. Grealish can start, because I think one of these... Grealish can play cam, so we're going to put Grealish at cam and Grealish will play cam for us. So what we're going to do there, or basically what I want to do is this. So we're not going to play with no centre defensive mids at all. So we're going to play with a cam, which is going to be Grealish and Samper and Halilovic. So that's pretty much the formation we're going to be starting with, and hopefully we can come out with a good result and hopefully pick up our first win of the season, even though we're not going to be playing. We're going to jump straight into it, and hopefully we can get a good result and hopefully don't let the Barca B fans down. So let's just hope we can get a win against Mersin, and we win the game. Adama and Sandro are both scored. Grealish gets an injury. I'm just hoping it's not a bad injury, and hopefully he's not out. He's only out for 7 days, so that's okay. So hopefully we'll be able to put a good... Dongu will be able to play now, as we'll push Sandro back into cam, and hopefully try and get a few more players into the good things. But Juan Roman has suffered a sprained knee and is out for 7 days, and Jack Grealish doesn't feel up for it, which is fair enough, so he's not going to be playing. So Sandro's on the up, Adam is on the up, so what we're going to do, Camara can play here. Grealish is injured, so I don't want to play Grealish, but nor Roman. I don't know what I'm doing. Can Sandro play cam? No, he can't. Can Dongu play cam? He can play centre forward, right wing, left wing. So I haven't really got a cam, so Dongu is going to have to step in at cam, which I think he'll be able to do okay. Calvert and Bicho will come on the bench, and hopefully we can pull out another good result for us here against LA Galaxy, against Robbie Keane's men. So we're going to jump straight into the second friendly and hopefully come out with a good result. Maybe Dongu can pick up a goal on his first start for the club, and we end up winning 3-1. Bicho and Sampa picking up the goals, and a very good performance once again. 3-1 away from home against LA Galaxy is a very good result. Player development, I think we both agree that David Babunski is a lad that shows a lot of promise. However, he's not in the first team picture. So Babunski, maybe we'll have to play him a little bit more. Maybe he's a good player, I'm not sure. But we're going to have to go in now and try and loan in a few players. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting very far with signing these players here. So we're going to now try and sign a few players on loan. Kowatski is one of the first ones we're going to try and sign on loan, because he's only 2,000 a week, and he looks like a pretty decent centre-back that can step in at the back just in case we have any injuries. Another player that we're going to try and loan in will be Van der Beek. Not too bad, doesn't look too bad, only 2,000 once again, so they're not, they don't cost very much, and hopefully they'll strengthen up the squad little bits, and hopefully they'll be good for us in the future. I would like to sign a lot of these on the permanent deal, but I haven't got the money. As you can see, we've only got 1 million to play with, and we just haven't got the money to start trying to lure in players like that. Zinchenko's another player I'd like to bring in. Selkit and Mbolo are the other two that the main players I would like to bring in, because I think they will definitely strengthen up the squads, as they look very promising future young stars. As you can see there, we're just offering a 8,000 a bid for Mbolo. And I don't think there's any more players that really stand out to me. Jordan Ibe, maybe I can try and bring him in. No, he's on 20 grand, so definitely not bringing him in. And that's pretty much going to be the players we want to bring in. If you guys do have any suggestions on who I should try and sign in that you think would be very cheap, let me know in the comments down below, as we're going to be approaching the end of this video soon. But Kwatsi, because they say the sum is too low, but I'm not even trying to buy him, because the sum is too low and Booby's worth, but I don't understand that. I haven't offered anything for him. I want to loan him, not... just game annoys me sometimes. And the last game was going to be up against CSK Moscow, which we will definitely lose this one, as they are by far a lot better squad than what we've got. But we still end up drawing 2-2. Camera and Adam are picking up the goals, but they have the likes of Tosic. Wow, they have a very good squad. The loan offer was accepted for Selke and Van der Beek because the low is too low. Maybe we'll offer... Do we accept Selke or do we go for Mbolo? Have to wait and see if Mbolo accepts as well. So they do. So I think we should try and bring in Mbolo instead of Selke at the moment. But Selke might be a player that we can try and bring him in soon, because I think he's a very good striker as well. Maybe if we start going 2 up front, we might need him. Maybe not. I'm not sure. You have to wait and see. But we're just going to keep on going and probably get to the first game of the season before we finish this episode. So it's going to be quite a long episode, but I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it, as I think you guys do look very good, and it looks very good, this career mode, and I think it should be a very interesting one for you to watch. So that's actually going to be it. As you can see here, for the upcoming match, Boss, I didn't have there are reasons I wasn't feeling 100%, and he wants to be in the first team squad. So we're going to jump straight in, and the squad, we have to try and sort out the squad that we want for this game. So the first game of the season, we're going to have, Gerrard will come off. So on the left wing, we're going to have Grealish. Well, Mbolo's 71 rated. Grealish is 67, so he's already gone up. So Mbolo's going to go up front. that's going to switch around like that. So in Bolo, Sandro's going to play at cam. Halilovic, can Halilovic play at cam? No, you can play centre mid. You can play CDM. Beach, you can play at cam. Camera, Ortiola, Diagne. Roman's fit now, so he can come on the bench instead of this guy, Juste. And the player that they were on about that said looks good and has got good potential is Babunska. So we're going to bring him on as well. He can go there instead of him. And Dongu will also come on because he doesn't look too good to me, but hopefully we may be able to try and do something with him. He'll come on for Calvet. So that's going to be the squad we're going to go with. Grimaldo, Bagnac, EA, Patrick, and then Halilovic, Sandro, Samper, Grealish, Embolo and Adama. So that's the squad we're going to go with. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it can be very much appreciated. And I really do hope to see you next time very, very soon for the next episode of the Portsmouth, Tottenham or Barcelona B career mode. Thank you.